Hello students, my name is Sam Robison. I will be your instructor for WRIT 101. This video is recorded for both sections 93 and 94. If you're receiving this video, it's because class has been canceled today due to inclement weather. I live very far from campus, and it just seems a little too difficult for me to get there. And if it's difficult for me to get there, I imagine it's difficult for others. That said, I'm going to take some time today to just introduce myself and the course and make sure that everyone is sort of on the same page for this week and the following week. So, this is not exactly how I wanted to start the semester, but we'll catch up together today, and then we'll button up anything that needs to be buttoned up next week. So, again, my name is Sam Robison. You may call me Sam. Professor Robison is fine. I prefer it for emails or other official correspondences, but in our time together in class and online, you can call me Sam. We'll take plenty of time to get to know each other on Wednesday of next week, I should say. But for now, I want to make sure that we all feel comfortable using the Eagle Online platform. I'm sure some of you have used Eagle Online already, but because this class is a hybrid course, so much of your participation is centered around the course shell. So I'll offer a brief overview of the course in general today. Then I'll talk you through what's expected of you each week on Eagle Online. And then finally, we'll focus on this week, what I want you to do this week. So let's begin. This is a standard college writing course. This is virtually the same course that's taught at UM. This course looks a lot like other courses that are taught across the nation. So it's a classic, and it's a tried and true workhorse. My goal is to guide you through the materials here, and all the while ensure that you understand how important good writing is to leading a successful and thoughtful life. Right? Writing is everywhere, as the syllabus says. This class will be thorough, conversational, and fun. Broadly, you will write 4 papers in this course. You'll completely read 2 books, and you'll do a lot of online activities, discussions, forums, and portfolio posts. I'll explain all of that in a moment. Please ensure that you have both of the books. It's David McCraney's You Are Not So Smart and Writing for Success, which is our sort of course workbook. Both of the texts are available at the library. There's also a note on the home page of our course about where you can find the texts. So when we gather together next Wednesday, we will develop what community expectations look like for good online participation, and I'll explain your responsibilities for that later on. But basically, the units in this course are all organized alongside the 4 papers. So any work you do in a unit that begins with a letter, or with the number 1 rather, is in service of paper 1. Any unit that has a 2 in front of it is in service of paper 2, and so on. So, all of the work you will do over the next 4 weeks will be in service of paper 1, which is our first paper, and it's the personal narrative. I don't want you to worry too much about the other papers, or necessarily this paper just yet, but for those of you who are curious about the next steps here, we'll gather together over the next couple of weeks and think really hard about what it means to craft a personal narrative story about one's own life, particularly documenting a time that's critical for you, a time that's really important, a time when something big changed. Obviously, there are many more details to come. But that's the basic overview of the course. You'll write 4 papers, read 2 books, and complete a lot of engaging work online. Now, this class has a fairly simple weekly structure. It's actually very convenient. We will meet every Wednesday in person. Every Wednesday afternoon, we will gather on campus in person. We will engage in collective discussion, free writing, and various activities. Class time will largely be used to develop as a community of writers and to discuss the assigned reading. Right? We'll gather on Wednesday. We'll talk about what you've read. We'll talk about what you've written, and we'll exchange ideas. We'll also write every day we meet. We'll do a little free writing every day. We'll do writing exercises. It's a writing course. I insist on writing every day. I will occasionally lecture on Wednesdays when we meet. My lectures will dazzle and delight you, I'm sure. So that's Wednesday. Every Thursday, including this Thursday, January 18th, that's tomorrow, you will log onto our course shell on Eagle Online and seek out our weekly discussion. By the end of the day on Thursday, you are expected to post a new thread, I'll show you all of this in a moment, that satisfies the discussion prompt. So there's a discussion prompt every single Thursday, every single week. You're welcome to complete it before Thursday, but it's due Thursday at midnight every week. So that's Wednesday, we gather in class. Thursday, you do your discussion post. And then by every Monday, you will meaningfully reply to at least 2 of your peers' discussion posts, right? You made a discussion post, all your peers made a discussion post. It's your job to respond to at least 2 of those posts by Monday at midnight. You will also post your weekly portfolio assignment by Monday at midnight. Most major papers are also due on Mondays. And again, don't worry too much about the papers just yet. To simplify, your week will look like this. Wednesday, come to class prepared to talk about the course texts, to engage with me and one another. Thursday, post your discussion post. Monday, respond to your peers' discussion posts, at least 2 of your peers, and upload your weekly portfolio assignment. Of course, if there are any major assignments due, major papers, other assignments, they'll be due on Monday as well, unless otherwise specified. So, as you continue to sort of wrap your head around this course, those are the 2 days, or the 3 days you really have to think about. Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday. Now, this week, what I wanted to do is just show you exactly where to find what you need to find this week. That will also sort of serve as a brief instruction of how to use the course shell. So, I'm going to shrink my video down, move myself to the corner here, and then take you to the home page. Now, I'm recording this video for both my sections of WRIT 101. If you're in my WRIT 101-93, the course page will look slightly different, but the content is exactly the same. So, here you are. You've logged on to Eagle Online, you've clicked these little buttons and selected your course, WRIT 101, and you've landed on the course homepage. The first thing you should do is review the syllabus. We'll review the syllabus a little together in person next week, but for now, go ahead and read through it. If you have any questions or any notes, please jot them down and we can discuss them come Thursday. Once you're done perusing the syllabus, click on content. Most of what you will do will start by clicking on content here. Content. So you'll see that content immediately drops you into this long list of things. We are in Unit 1, Paper 1. We know that there are 12 sort of tasks that need to be accomplished. These units correspond to the weeks of the course. We'll gather for 15 weeks, and there are 15 numerical units, right? So here we are. It's the first week. We're in Unit 1.1. So we've clicked on content. We've seen that we're in Unit 1.1. And now listed here are essentially all the things you need to do this week. These are tasks. They're also resources, right? Many of these are videos, videos from different professors in the department who will illuminate various things about the course and the upcoming assignments. So your job this week is essentially to click through all of these items, right? Start with the overview, look at the course schedule, review the assignment, your life brand essays, the personal narrative I referred to earlier. There's some sample reading here. And then here's our discussion post. So remember, by Thursday of this week, that's tomorrow, you'll need to click here. And you'll see here's the instructions and here's the prompt. Right? So carefully read that and start a new thread. That's how you start your discussion. Read the prompt, start a new thread, and post by tomorrow at midnight. So that's step 1. We continue. Here are some notes on this week's reading. Here's a tech tip from Conrad, another professor in the department. Hannah, professor in the department, does these lovely convention videos that we'll talk about at length. They're very useful. It's sort of the beating heart of College Writing 101. Now, you'll land here on a couple of sections that are devoted to your portfolio. Carefully read through this. Your portfolio is essentially an empty document that you'll download and then fill a portion out and then upload again, right? So your portfolio is sort of this running list of different writing assignments and tasks, different ways of thinking about writing. So you'll click on Complete Portfolio, and it'll open a Word document, right, or a Google Doc, right? So it's your job this week only to fill out Unit 1.1, right? You'll download this document to your computer, add information here, responding to these prompts, save the document, and then upload it again by navigating to Submit Writing Portfolio Unit 1. You'll do the same thing next week. It won't be 1.1, it'll be 1.2, and it'll be different questions. But the document you upload will also contain your answers for 1.1. This tends to be something that confuses a lot of WRIT 101 students, so take your time with it. There's plenty of instructions here, and I'm happy to answer additional questions. The most important thing, in my opinion, on this page is this link here, WRIT 101 Course Schedule. This will also open up a document, and you can see enumerated here on a weekly basis is essentially everything you have to do, right? It's a distilled version of your weekly tasks. You can see your discussion is listed here, complete the who are your role models discussion, and then your tasks for Monday are also enumerated. Submit your writing portfolio and respond to your peers' discussion posts. Most important here also, the reading that's required this week. You have 6 chapters from You Are Not So Smart, this book here, conveniently blurred, and 2 chapters from our course textbook. 6 chapters, the chapters go by really quickly in You Are Not So Smart, so don't be intimidated. You'll breeze through those. But I'm expecting to discuss this reading next week, so ensure that you've read this, right? The pattern for weekly reading might change as we go, but for this week, just focus on getting this stuff done. Okay. I think that should basically catch you up for everything you need to do this week. Again, I'm sorry that we couldn't do this in person, but I trust that all of you will be able to figure this out. My hope is that if you have any questions at all, you'll reach out to me via email. I'll send you all an email in just a moment here, alerting you to our classes cancellation. But truly, any concerns, any questions, any ideas for how to navigate this course, I'm receptive to. I'm very much looking forward to meeting all of you on Wednesday of next week, and we will kick things off right. Thank you so much for your time. I know this is a lengthy video, but I'm grateful to gather together as much as we can and sort of start off on the right foot. So again, I'm Sam. I will be your instructor. I'll see you every Wednesday from here on. And if you have any questions at all about this week's assignments, the class in general, or anything moving forward, please reach out. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next Wednesday.